And in a world where there's 5,000 television shows and movies a week, we felt like doing something this bold could cut through and get people talking.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Bloomberg and writing for Movies in Sweden.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
Jonathan.
Hi, I'm doing great, especially after watching the entire first season of Sugar in one day.
Well,
Oh, wow.
I I loved it.
thank you.
So I'm actually going to hold this interview back because I want to go straight into spoilers, so you
Okay.
can speak freely.
Okay.
Because I kind of feel like we need an article about that when that episode airs, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
What are
So
you talking about? I haven't watched
yeah,
the whole thing yet. So yes,
yeah. So usually I can spot a twist coming since I kind of do this for a living, trying to watch these kind of things, and I kind of figured out who the bad guy was by deduction, but the actual twist that we're spending time with aliens in a classic noir thing in Los Angeles, that I had not gathered yet. So how was that kind of sold to you guys when you got involved with this? What was, yeah, just tell me all about it.
All of the twists of the first season were mapped out from the very beginning. Mark Portasevich, the creator of the show, and the other writers that were on the show, and Colin and all of us signed on for what we knew was going to be a pretty radical, bold swing in lots of different ways, tonally bold, stylistically bold once Fernando came on with his vision for it, and narratively bold in the big twists. And there's more than one, but obviously there's a big one. And we felt like the opportunity of the show was to do something really innovative. And in a world where there's 5,000 television shows and movies a week, we felt like doing something this bold could cut through and get people talking. And that's the goal. Anytime you create something is to get surprise audiences the way it surprised you, and to get them thinking, maybe rewatching to see where the clues for that and many other twists were laid in, because there are a lot, and have them talk to people and say, holy shit, did you see this show? I can't believe they did this or that.
That's exactly what I'm hoping will happen as well. And I did get that urge to kind of go back in and rewatch certain scenes again and think like, yeah, I see what you did there.
Cool.
So there's also a lot of like celebration of the noir genre. You even cutting to old movies to kind of guide Colin's character forward as well, and that's really rare too. So I was wondering a bit about how the conversations were going in doing that approach. Was that something that you mapped out right away, or did that come later during editing?
Well, infusing the show with film clips did come into play during editing. It was something that we talked about, and obviously using film noir as a big influence in our show, we were thinking that that would be a lens in which we explore humanity. And that's also why, what Simon is talking about in terms of looking at just the alien perspective, that was an additional unique lens in which to look at the human condition. So when Fernando and his editor, Fernando Stutz, cut together the episode, it felt really organic for them to use film clips that spoke to specific scenes and would also make you look at the scene in a different way.
Yeah. And we only have like a minute left, but I'm hoping there is plans for more seasons. We obviously don't know whether it will come through like you hope, but please do tell me that. Please.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We're obviously excited about launching the show and super excited to see how the world receives it. And if the world receives it the way that we're all hoping, then we would love to continue telling stories about Sugar because he's a fascinating character.
I 100% agree with that. So
Thanks.
thanks a lot for taking time to speak with me. And as you said, fingers crossed for those multiple next seasons.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.